Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. We're looking forward to the service tonight, and as part of the service, it will be the annual business meeting of the Cathedral of Praise. So may I encourage all of our members to be there, and especially our voting and non-voting corporate members. Once a year, we sit down and lay out all the financial statements. God has been good to us. We've just finished the East Campus project. We're getting ready to crank up the South Campus project. We've had the great Yolanda Relief Project this year. God has been good to us, and God has blessed our members. So we'll be giving an accounting tonight and going through all of the audited financial statements, and we just encourage that you be there. Let me talk to you today about the fifth dangerous person that you don't want to be a part of your life. Yesterday I taught you about gossips and quarrelsome people, and I taught you about people that deceive you and say, I was only joking, and we talked about guys with fervent lips, but this one is the most dangerous and the most painful. He's called the Man of Malice. Another translation says a man of hatred. Malice is basically a combination of hatred and hurt. It's malevolent hatred. It's hatred that is determined to bring pain. It's hatred that is determined to hurt. Now, there will be people in life that will make entrances into your life, and please forgive me. They have only one desire. There's only one thing in their heart, and that is to hurt you and bring you pain. Now, the key is learning to recognize who these people are, and it's harder than you think. There will be people that will enter into your life and become your best friend, your BFF, and then one day, all of a sudden, they bring you more pain and more grief than you could ever imagine. And when you look at them and say, how could you do that to me? They just laugh at you. They just look at you, and that's what they always intended. Their heart is full of malice. Hatred that hurts. Those are the two key words, hatred and hurt. Now, the reason it's so difficult to recognize them is, as it says in verse 26, his malice is concealed by deception. His malice is concealed by deception. Well, what kind of deception? Well, back up to verse 24 of Proverbs 26. A malicious man disguises himself with his lips, but in his heart he harbors deceit. Though his lips, his speech is charming, do not believe him, for 7 abominations fill his heart. His malice is concealed by his deception, but his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Wow. This guy's a piece of work. He is a deceiver. But this guy is a political deceiver. His speech is charming. Another translation says his speech is gracious, or he speaks with gracious words. This is a person who's just a good talker. He knows exactly how to talk. He knows exactly how to say things. The thing is, he doesn't mean a single thing he says. For him, words are a tool. For him, words are not about communication. Words are about deception, and there is a big difference in life. Let me say that again. For him, words are not about communication. Words are about deception. He uses words as a costume. He uses words as a disguise. He uses words to deceive. His purpose of words and your purpose of words are very different. Therefore, you will never understand the heart of this person. Now notice, in his heart, it's nothing but full of 7 abominations. 7 in the Bible is the word of completeness. His heart is completely full of abominations. You say, well, Pastor Summer, how will you ever recognize people like that? You have to get them around other people. Now, this is where the difference between words of communication and words that are designed to create a costume or deceive begin to be recognized. But his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. You will find that people like that always want to talk to you alone. People like that always want to talk to you privately. People like that always want their business with you to be private. They don't want anybody else to know about it. Because what they've done to you, I promise you, they've done to a lot of others before you. And so what you have to learn to do is never allow people to isolate you. Never allow people to pull you off into a corner and this is just between us and we'll keep it. Never allow people to do that to you. In the assembly, in the group, among your barkata, among your family, the transparency of the assembly is where this person's deceptions, where this person's costume come off. because somebody else will recognize something doesn't smell right. I encourage you today. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, and keep everything in your life public.